All right, guys, welcome back to the crypto segment on the Highs and Lows podcast, where we talk about everything happening in the crypto space. And the last 2 weeks has been extremely amazing. By the way, you can't see my co-host today because he's on vacation. He's enjoying himself. But still, the segment needs to go on. Yeah. So the past 2 weeks has been extremely amazing. First, Bitcoin has created a new all-time high. Like right now, Bitcoin is over $120,000. Really, really amazing. And by this time last year, Bitcoin wasn't up to half the price it was right now. It was roughly around between $55,000 and $65,000, and it has done 100% from last year June July till 2025 June July. So you can imagine the level of profits people are on right now. But still, the most exciting thing isn't necessarily the Bitcoin price action. The most exciting thing right now, which is a huge win for the crypto industry, is the fact that President Donald Trump just signed a new bill, which is referred to as the Genius Act. So most persons will be wondering what's this bill about? Why did he sign this bill? So the whole idea of this Genius Act bill is to regulate stable coins. That's like the whole idea of this bill. So the bill brings about like a proper framework that stable coins are supposed to operate within. We already know we have lots of stable coins like USDT, USDC, and so many others that have been introduced. We also have some failed ones in the past, like UST, one of the failed ones that people lost crazy money, and that was 2022. But yeah, so what this bill does is it sets like a standard and a guideline for these stable coins. And one of the major things there is the fact that stable coins issuer would need to have like an equivalent of whatever amounts they are issuing as stable coins. They'll need to have that equivalent in a bank account, like a physical bank account. So it needs to be like 1-to-1. So I'm sure most persons already know what stable coins are. So let's say they want to issue a stable coin that is tracking the US dollar, it is equivalent to the same price of the US dollar or the British pounds. It means that in a bank, they need to have, if they're issuing $1 billion, they need to have $1 billion in the bank before they can go mint $1 billion worth of that stable coin and issue it to people. And whoever is holding that stable coin, it is expected that whatever you're holding, it is the equivalent. So if you're holding 10 of that stable coin, it's equivalent that it is expected that you're holding $10 or 10 British pound, whichever currency that stable coin is tracking. Now, there are other things that are stated too in the bill, but the fact that it has been signed into the constitution, it's been signed into law, this means like a whole lot, because it just means that it's no longer speculation right now. Anyone, even you watching, you can choose to become a stablecoin issuer. You can go and get your documentation, apply. If you have that crazy liquidity, why not? You can be able to have that in the bank, lock it up, do the proper documentation, and start issuing stable coins. Now, we all know Donald Trump is big on ensuring that he tries out whatever it is that he's endorsing. So he has been saying he would endorse crypto, and he created a meme coin. I think his wife too created a meme coin too. He created a token, a platform. So at the same way too, he had already created a stable coin based on his World Liberty Finance platform. He created a stable coin, USD1. That stable coin was actually created from a platform that he founded. And that stable coin, about $2 billion worth of it, was actually used to invest in Binance some months ago. So this gives you an idea. Now, most persons might not have heard of USD1, but it's actually a stable coin that exists. It's not popular. The same way too, we have so many others, and we will still have much more. Now, some persons will be asking, okay, what's the significance of this? Yeah, people can go create stable coins, issue it. Okay, yeah, banks might also start being custodials of these stable coins, allow people to transact with it on their platforms or buy these stable coins directly from the bank app, stuff like that. But aside that, what does this mean generally for the entire crypto market. Aside this, now one of the things it does too is it helps bring in liquidity to the crypto markets. Now this is like one of the major importance aside these other acceptance and all. It brings in like crazy liquidity into the market. So how do I mean? Most times when we're about to see a bull market where Bitcoin is about to start pumping aggressively, you tend to see a minting of new coins. Let's say USDT. You can see them minting new volumes of USDT. Let's say as of today, the total circulating supply, total minted or total issued USDT is $40 billion, for example. In a bull market, you can see them mint extra $3 billion again. So that is them injecting liquidity into the market because people need access to it. And most persons would use those stable coins to buy the other cryptocurrencies, Ethereum, Bitcoin, other altcoins, name it. They'll have to use those stable coins to buy it. So stable coins is one of the easiest way to like pump in liquidity into the market. Now, for the fact that USA has signed it into law, there's now a framework. Trust other countries to be able to do something similar. Yeah, that's another very significant stuff about this whole thing. So you would see African countries, other European countries, Asian countries, you see them like do like a similar thing. It's just a matter of time. Now the question you ask yourself is, where would all this liquidity go into? This liquidity would find its way to the top projects. Yes, some projects would also get this. And what this means invariably is Bitcoin is going to pump even higher over time. So one of the positive effects of this Genius Act is the fact that you are about to see like huge inflows into so many altcoins and particularly into Bitcoin. So in the next 1 year or thereabouts, you start seeing the positive effects. Today, Bitcoin is at $121,000. 1 year from now, don't be surprised, Bitcoin can be at $280,000. These are like the things that make stuffs like that possible. Now, at the same time, Ethereum today is around $3,500. 1 year from now, Ethereum can be at $7,000, $8,000. Litecoin is around $100. A year from now, it can be at $400, $500. These are like the things that make these things possible. It's not rocket science, it's not magic. These are like stuffs that actually push the price and the momentum of this whole asset. And that's why we keep saying this industry is still massively undervalued. So speaking today, the FDV of the crypto market is about $4 trillion, which, if you would agree with me, that is very, very tiny. Like, it's really, really tiny. So let me give you an instance or a comparison of how tiny it is. NVIDIA is valued at almost $4 trillion. And the entire crypto market, the valuation is around $4 trillion. That's just barely the valuation of NVIDIA. That's to tell you how tiny it is. So you can see that even Bitcoin valuation isn't that high yet. Bitcoin valuation is still really, 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 really low compared to what it could be in the next few years. Bitcoin valuation is still roughly 2.something trillion, and it's projected to get to as high as 10 trillion, which, if you factor in the current price, that will be putting the price of one BTC above $300,000. Is it possible? 100%. Will it happen while President Trump is still the president? I suggest yes. I would say I expect it to happen then, because that's when you see the most of the innovations in this ecosystem happen, and also the background work that will be done, the foundation and all. Yeah, so I think that's enough for what's been happening with the bill and how it affects the entire crypto market. Now, talking about the entire market, most persons are saying it's bull market again. The truth is, we have always been in a bull market since late last year till date. For like the past 10 months, it's been a bull market. What people have been seeing is just minor corrections in the market. It's just been corrections, nothing serious. And we would still see these corrections. These corrections are expected. It's normal to have these corrections so that you can have a very solid chart and a better market. It doesn't make sense when the market is pumping one way all the way up without seeing minor corrections or retracement. It doesn't make sense. So corrections are normal. Whenever you see it, try to buy deep. It's very important. Or you can wait when the correction is done and it's about to resume its next leg up. You can jump in. Now, the next thing, airdrops. Airdrops has been really doing well. For those that don't know, one of the best times where you see airdrops being hyped, it's when the market is bullish. Now, the reason why this happens is because the valuations of these airdrops would be highly inflated. Or you can put it another way, you can say these airdrops will be more valued. You can now see the real value of most of these platforms. Either you want to tag it as being overvalued or inflated, but then you find out that these airdrops are worth far more. So if an airdrop were done in a bear market and you got $300, if that same airdrop, that particular airdrop, that same one was done in a bull market, that $300 would most likely be around $1,500 or $3,000. Why? Because immediately they are issuing you that, you find out that it starts pumping. Or as they are issuing it to you, the valuation will be extremely high because of it's in a bull market and everything is already inflated. But if the market is undergoing a correction, either major correction or minor correction, most especially major correction, and an airdrop is being issued or done, they have rewarded the airdrop participants. In most times, you won't get the best. So just in case you start hearing airdrop, now is the time. But now isn't really the best time to position for most of this airdrop. Now isn't like the very best time to position. You were supposed to have started positioning before now. Now is not late, but it's not like the very best time. It's still a good time to position because these airdrops can still be very profitable for the next 2-3 months. And most times, even if it isn't profitable in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 months from now, you're sure that after 6 months or thereabout, the market would still be bullish again, even if there's a correction in between, to start getting back to its bullish state again. And you can now start getting most of these airdrops. So yeah, about airdrops, one of the airdrops that started earlier this year, they actually did reward their users. If you've watched our previous video, you will notice we said something about Kaito as a platform for airdrops. Now this airdrop, Caldera, the native token is ERA, they actually started their whole Kaito yapping and all this year. It's not been up to good 4 months that it started, barely 4 months thereabout, that they started the yapping on Kaito. And those that did participate on the whole yapping on the Kaito platform, trying to farm and position themselves for this ERA airdrop, they got rewarded really well. Yeah, most of them got $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $1,000. But now here is the catch. Immediately the airdrop was given, the reward was distributed, the token started pumping. Now someone that got $2,000 worth of airdrop, in about 36 hours, it was valued at over $6,000, $4,000, $8,000. Someone that got $1,000 worth of the airdrop, in about 36 hours or thereabouts, it was valued at $4,000, $5,000. That's the effect of the bull market. That's the advantage of rewarding participants with airdrop in a market like this where it is bullish. The disadvantage, you would only see it when the market starts retracing or correcting aggressively. So people need to understand this. Now, are there still very nice airdrops like this? There are still other airdrops that did good reward within the last 1 week or thereabout. But if you want to still position for better airdrops and other airdrops that will still be coming up within the next, some have already started right now as we're speaking, some already on, and others that are still prepping the team and trying to roll out details about the airdrop. We do that in our community. We share those details, share those informations on Twitter Spaces, in the Telegram page. We do all of that. So if you're interested in that, you know where to find us. The link is in the description. So just try and join the community. And lastly, our crypto lecture is still ongoing. Our crypto lecture is very much ongoing. I think we've done 2 weeks already, and we still have about 2 weeks more to go. So the lecture is about crypto trading. It's majorly on trading. So for those that have missed out or have forgotten or have no idea, this is the best time for you to join. Find a way to the Telegram channel, and you'll see the WhatsApp group that was created for the sole purpose of lectures. You'll see the link to it, and you can be able to join. In case you can't, you can still just drop a message in the comment, and someone will just paste it either on TikTok or IG or YouTube or Twitter, wherever you're watching this video from. Someone will just paste the link, so you can be able to join the Telegram channel, then also join the WhatsApp channel, or the WhatsApp group rather, that was created for this lecture. Now, before we round up, a whole lot has been happening in the market in terms of profits. There are a few good projects that are yet to take off, and there are some that should be held long term. So one of the projects that we would advise people to buy long term, Litecoin. So we won't be jumping into the details of that, but Litecoin is good. Another is we have the AO ecosystem. There are some good projects there. We've shared some to the community, but the AO native token too, it's really at a good price. It's already 60% up from the last time we spoke about it. Then we still have ARO, which is also an amazing project, about 65% up too from the last time we spoke about it. So these are like some projects that people would want to look into. Then we still have Core. Core is also another very nice project that hasn't really moved, still consolidating. So a few persons that are interested in projects like that, you can be able to buy these projects and get positioned for it. Yeah, and another thing, for those that are looking for a very, very stable community where they can be able to be more involved with what is happening in the crypto space, it's very easy. If you're not part of any of these communities, you can find any and join. But if you want to, you can still join the Sasomis community. We discuss everything happening in the crypto ecosystem, and it will be something you would really, really find useful. Now, lastly, there's an airdrop that we've been farming for a while based on the utilities provided by the platform, which is the Backpack airdrop. So a whole lot has been happening in Backpack. Soon we're about to start dropping some features to be traded on the Backpack ecosystem too. So you're welcome to come try this, but you should be aware that before you jump into features trade, you should also understand the basics or have a hang of how features is being traded, risk management, and a few other stuffs. So you're very much welcome to come give this a try and to position yourself too for most of these airdrop opportunities. And Backpack, they still have like a new service that they added. It's about some weeks old now, probably a month plus old, which is like the wire transfer for those persons that love stuffs like that. It's very, very safe. You might want to try it out. Should you have any issues in trying to navigate or how to go about it, you can join the community and we'll put you through the whole process. So once again, thanks very much, and do let us know your comments about what you think about Bitcoin price action. Do you think Bitcoin will experience a huge dump? Do you think from your own end that we are no longer in a bull market, or Bitcoin wouldn't go past 150K? Because there were lots of persons 2 months and a month ago that were saying Bitcoin is heading back to $60,000. There is no more bull market. Bull market is over. The highest price Bitcoin would hit was what we saw, about 111,000 or slightly above, approximately 112,000. There were lots of people calling that as the top for this circle, forgetting that we are now in an extended circle and the whole 4 years circle is now behind us. At least for now, it's behind us. We're in an extended circle. My own opinion though, or in an extended circle, and we would still see the market rally to create new all-time high. Most likely $200,000. We'll see that happen. And for those calling a bear market, or that we're calling a bear market, or a huge retracement back to 60, 70K, I would love to know why you feel that would happen. Let's discuss. So let me see your comments in the comment section. And don't forget to hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks, guys.